Hello, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, not only a select few ages, but of all of the ages. Hi, welcome to a very special Tuesday edition of the Generic Live Show, the most generic live show on the internet. My name is Dale Campbell. I'll be your navigator this evening. We're navigating you through time. A frozen screen is not exactly what I wanted to see. Wow. What a start to the morning, huh? What a start. But we're getting there. We're getting our groove on. I am a little out of it today. Mainly because, to clarify, I didn't forget. I simply just lost track of time on what the time was and where we started and what we're doing. But hi, I'm Dale Campbell. We're going to be doing a little bit of a pre-show here before the top of the hour. We're going to do a pre-show for about 25 minutes here. And then we're going to get going with this very special episode of the Generic Live Show. I actually did mute my phone. Hi. Yes, welcome, one and all, to a special Tuesday night edition of the Generic Live Show. It feels a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, doing this on a Tuesday, when we just went around and did this not but 48 hours ago. Glad we're here though. Glad we could nab this time slot. So turn that down a little bit more. A little bit of background into what we're doing this evening. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different show. It's not going to be the massive extraordinaire that you're used to. We're going to be doing a kind of a same as you remember, same as it ever was show. But not exactly. We're going to be doing a special April Fool's edition of the show. We're basically going to be telling you everything you need to know about the great holiday known as April 1st. We're going to break down a history. We're going to break down a kind of what's what. And then we're going to give you some pranks. And if we have time, we're going to give you a little bit of a... we do have a BuzzFeed quiz planned for the show. One of our favorite post-show bits is going to make its graduation to the main show. Although I think I've had BuzzFeed quizzes on the actual show before. I think I've had main BuzzFeeds on the main show before. Probably once. But if we have time, we're going to do it again. We're going to clock in at about an hour to an hour and a half. It's not going to be... definitely not going to be an exuberant episode. That's for sure. Knowing the mood I'm in, it's definitely not going to be an exuberant show. Just kidding. I'm here to provide. What am I talking about? The real reason why I'm a little out of it this morning is that I just got into bed. It was about 10:30, and I'd just gotten down for the night. I'd had my warm cup of milk and my cookies, and for some bizarre reason, the fire alarm decides to go off. My smoke detector fire alarm, it decided to go off for no reason. Like, it's not like we were cooking at the time. We'd had dinner like 2 hours before then, and there was no reason for it to go off, and so it just randomly decided to go off, and then it done this beeping thing for the next hour and a half afterwards. I think it's low on batteries. I might need to replace its batteries. I'm just pushing this out to social media, but that's why I'm kind of out of it. It's 10:30, and then this loud, excessive beeping that wasn't alarming decided to go off an hour and a half. So it was about like 1:30 by the time I'd actually gotten to bed. So that's why I'm out of it. And then, of course, it's a little after 20 to 8 now. I got up normal time. And which is fine. Like, that's, I'm sure people do that all the time. But I don't. So that's the stream on Brad, if that's a thing that people say. It's not, but it's worth a shot, right? What else do we have going on? Oh, by the way, yes, before I decided to try to go to bed last night, I watched the Netflix original series Nailed It. If you haven't heard about this, Nailed It is the show about they bring on 3 home bakers to try and recreate. They don't want to say the particular social network dishes that they're recreating, but they're basically recreating Pinterest cakes and desserts. Mainly cakes so far. I've watched 3 episodes and they're mainly cake desserts. But working my way through that, it's an interesting concept. And I don't know who funds it, because they give away $10,000 an episode, which seems a little exuberant for me. Like, that's a lot of money per episode of this, so someone must be funding it. My coffee's cool enough to drink now. Delicious. But working my way through that, it's a fun show though too, because I love the fact that they don't, like, it doesn't have to be this polished. It doesn't have to be this polished product. It could just be a cooking show and focus on the cooking, and you can get glimpses into these home bakers' personal lives with doing that, and it doesn't have to waste like a minute and a half before or after a commercial break recapping it, because there's no ads on Netflix shows, it turns out. So they don't, you don't have to do, oh, who will win? and they don't have to recap half the episode after each ad break. Don't you know that I hate that? That's a pet peeve of mine, if you couldn't tell. Don't know what character this is. But Lovin nailed it. Some of the recreations are quite hilarious. They all start the same, and they all kind of like aren't really. There's not that much like MasterChef and all those types of cooking shows where it's like high drama. There's none of that, and I actually find the little glimpses that we get into their personal lives quite endearing. Like I can't remember his name, but there was a super gay guy from Utah who grew up in the Mormon church, and kind of getting his backstory was a little sweet, and little glimpses into people's lives. I think I'm up to the 3rd episode before all this smoke detector BS happened. It was bullshit, was what this was the smoke detector business was. And it's not that, and we go from one extreme to the other because we're fine now, but we suffered from flash flooding for the last 2 days because we live at the bottom of a hill and all the water decides to like running down the hill. So, you know, you do what you have to do. You know, water runs downhill. I don't know if you know this, but that's a thing that happens. And then we go from that to fire! From flooding to fire! The Dale Campbell story. And quote, from fire to from flooding to fire. The Dale Campbell story. Alright. Well, do we have we have a bit of time on our sleeves. But nailed it. It's really good. I do recommend it if you're into if you're into cooking shows. I think Nailed It is a refreshing format for sure. For that sort of stuff. Again, the fact that and also it's a little weird that first round doesn't relate to the second round at all, and they make that abundantly clear in the show. But that's a little weird to me. They say, you're in the lead, and then they turn around and say the next shot, we're starting fresh, but you have to wear this hat. Just know that everyone's got the target. I do, though, in the second round, I do appreciate they have some plot twist devices that they use to help the contestants out a little bit, recreating some of these spectacular desserts. I won't spoil it too much. I think I've gone too far. Ah! Oh no! But a random quote from our Twitch chat: "Evil gods are a thing." Indeed. That sums up Nailed It quite well. That doesn't really sum it up. Where does the cat? What does the cat have to do with anything? Exactly. Boom. Words of wisdom from CJ Boat. on this show. That sums up nailed it. What about we sum up something else with a little wet appetizer here. Well, let's do a couple of would you rather bots, because I need to bake a little. Turns out I need to be nailed. No, that doesn't. No. I bought that. No, don't clip that out ever. Would you rather be nailed be killed by a woman with a train, or the backflip? There you go. Would you rather be killed by a woman with a train, or backflip? That makes a lot of sense. Whoa! Ah! What am I doing? Yeah, would you rather be killed by a woman with a train or the backflip? I would rather the backflip, please. 67. What? 67% say that they would rather the backflip, as opposed to 33% would say that they would want to be killed with a woman with a train. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? Why? Ooh. Here's one. Would you rather be the president or be human for the rest of your life? I wonder where this is going. Would you rather be the president or be human for the rest of your life? Again, I think I know where this is going. I think knowing the current situation politically, what are the chances that people would want to be human for the rest of their life? Because we live in a post-apocalyptic society without humans, so people would want to be human for the rest of their life. With 170 votes and 19 hours left, 79% say that they want to be human for the rest of their life. I mean, 21% saying that they want to be president isn't far-fetched. I mean, being the president means you'd have to take over from the current president, right? You would then have to be the reigning champion, right, of the presidency. Let's do one more here. Let's see. Oh no, there's not many. There's not many to choose from here, because it's only been a day since we've done this show. 2 days. Oh, would you rather be eaten? Oh, here's an interesting one. Would you rather have a romance baby or have a win $100,000 without fail? I like the ones where they have broken English. I don't know why, but the ones with broken English are kind of my favorite. If that makes sense. They're kind of great. Would you rather a romance baby or have a win $100,000 without fail? I mean, there could be a comma in there somewhere, right? There could be a comma. There could be, would you want a romance baby? Oh, it's gonna be a fun show. Yes. Do you want a romance baby or have a win $100,000 without fail? I mean, I am known to be a bachelor, so having a romance baby. I mean, also, is romance baby just a euphemism for love baby? Like, would you just be having a love baby? Which apparently love babies are a thing. Love babies are a thing. But are they the same as romance babies? Excuse me if you heard my shoulder just pop into the microphone. Ow! Ow! That kind of hurt. That was my shoulder, everyone. Anyway, back to this question. Would you rather have a romance baby or have a win $100,000 without fail? I mean, I could do with a spare $100,000. Because I've got some travel coming up next month that is super expensive. So having a win 100,000 without fail. Also, isn't it then technically not winning? Because you're not going into the draw to win $100,000. You've already got $100,000. You've already got it, so it's not like you're already going into the draw to win $100,000. Anyway, I'm gonna have a win of $100,000 without fail. 94%. Wow. Oh yeah, I did not expect that at all. 94% say that they want to. They want to have a win $100,000 without fail, as opposed to 6% of Twitter, or 6% of 191 people that voted on this Would You Rather quiz, would have a romance baby. Wasn't that a Lady Gaga song? Yeah, a Lady Gaga song. I want to have your romance baby. How did that song go? I think it went, I want your romance. I want your romance, baby. Oh, that was bad romance, not baby romance. I want your baby romance. I want your love. You and me can have a baby romance. Oh no. No. That's not a thing. I want your baby romance. That's gonna get clipped out and put everywhere. But I'm too busy for that. That's Would You Rather Bot. That is twitter.com/WYR_bot on Twitter. The real hero of this pre-show, let me tell you. Alright, well, on that lovely note, who wants to do a shoe? Does anyone want to do a shoe? By the way, thank you HQ Trivia for stealing my joke yesterday. I appreciate that. Oh, by the way, I played HQ Trivia for the first time yesterday. And I still realize that I suck. So that is helpful for everyone who is me. I mean, I got to question 4. That's something, right? That's definitely not the worst that you can do, right? Q4? I mean, it's pretty bad considering it's out of 12 questions, so 4 out of 12 is a fail, technically. But it's good to know that I still suck at that game. The lagging wasn't super bad actually yesterday, so I'm quite proud. And considering I used to play when there was only a maximum of about 500,000 people, and now it's up to what, 1.7 million. I think I'm doing all right. All right. Let's do a shoe, shall we? All right. Every time I see that clip, I can't not press it. It's just there. It stares at me in the face. It's just so easy to press. All right. Serious face on. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and a 1. This is the Generic Live Show for Sunday, the 1st of April, 2018. And it begins right now.